of the biggest problems out there is that some people believe, in the business community, believe that there is no lending, that it is tough to get a loan today. Is it true that it is tough to get loan today? If that particular statement is true, how hard is it to get a loan? And basically, you might just be thinking, yes, I need to get a loan, I need to start my business. What do you even consider when you want to start your own business? What do you put into consideration when you eventually start your own business? It's on this note that I welcome you to today's edition of Accelerate Lagos here on Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Of course, it is a weekly digest on the Lagos State's government impact on businesses in Lagos State. Of course, times are hard, and I'm just looking forward to this conversation. And maybe we'll have to schedule something on what LSTF is cooking up, because, come on, this particular program actually started after the pandemic, but now it appears the way things are now, I really cannot say the one that is harder. Is it the pandemic period or the time we are in now? Anyways, let's leave that conversation for another day. Today on the program, we shall be looking at funding business growth with the MSME loan program. My guest is Olakpeju Bello. She is a micro enterprise officer at LSTF. Good morning, Olakpeju.
Good morning.
How are you today?
Very well, thank you.
It's good to have you again in the studio. I'm guessing this is the first time we're seeing in 2 years.
Yes, it
okay, because I know we didn't get to see last year.
No.
Okay, so let's get started. First, you are in the business. You are in this circle. You kind of interact more with business owners in Lagos. Can you compare? Can you? Okay, let's not say compare. What can you say about the current situation of the country? Of course, it's a global trend, but what can you say about the current trend globally and what we had during the pandemic? Let's start off with that.
Okay, thank you very much.
Of course, we're still talking business.
Yes, we are. So, I'll say that the current trend right now is as a result of what happened during the pandemic. That is what has caused the global inflation that is being felt right now. So it's just like the pandemic ended, but there are consequences to the pandemic. That happened.
So this is unconnected to the pandemic. Wow, amazing. Okay, so after effect of pandemic, and what are we doing? Okay, any new stuff cooking up behind the scene for Lagosians that they can tap into?
Okay, yeah. So Lagos State Employment Trust Fund has opened their generic loan portal for Lagos residents and business owners to apply for our loan. So you can access the loan as long as you live in Lagos and you do your business in Lagos.
That sounds really simple and short, but you be the one to find out when you put in that application. But of course, she just said it's a seamless process, right? Olakpeju?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so tell us about the LSTF MSME loan program and its mission in Lagos.
So the LSTF MSME loan program, its mission is to curb unemployment in Lagos State, and it's divided into 3 categories. The SME, that's small medium scale enterprise loan, medium enterprise loan, and medium enterprise startup loans. The loan is 9% interest rate. You just need to have LASRA, your tax ID, 6 months bank statement, and government issue ID card to apply for the loan. So although there are a little bit difference amongst the category, but this I have mentioned cut across the three categories.
Okay, so let me take you a bit back to the conversation we had a few minutes ago about your take on the pandemic and the time that we are in now. One thing I can say for sure, of course, you have established that it's an aftermath of the pandemic, but then we can also say that the inflation rate, as we speak, is quite outrageous. And that certainly is really taking toll on businesses in Nigeria. And from your interaction with small-scale business owners, how do you think they are faring?
So to be honest, not very well. However, if they can have access to loans, especially like the one at LSCTF that is single digit, it will help them to scale up their business and at least remain in business.
Okay, so this brings me to my next question. Now, some persons might have approached you in the past, took your loans, of course, paid you back. But then, as it is now, this morning you wake up, a certain product is sold for, say, 1,000 naira. By next week, Monday, you wake up again and they tell you the same product is being sold for 3,000 naira. Do you understand that margin now? And the person who took loan from you before, who has finished paying, now comes back to say, I need this loan to keep me in business. Do I stand a chance of getting this loan again?
Yes.
I haven't benefited from it before.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
So we have some beneficiaries that are on their third loan cycle.
Okay.
We have some that have even upscaled from being a startup to a micro enterprise.
Amazing.
Some have upscaled from being micro enterprise to small and medium scale enterprise. And they all access the loan. So say if you were a medium enterprise before and you took 500 and you're upscaling to SME, now you have the criteria to apply for SME. You can get as much as 5 million naira.
Amazing stuff there. Okay, so what are the different categories of loans available through the program, and how do they cater to the diverse needs of entrepreneurs?
Okay, so like I mentioned earlier, there's the small and medium scale enterprise that caters to small and medium scale businesses who have a registered business that is over a year old and also have a company account that they run. The medium enterprise are for people who run their business but they are yet to register the business. You already have an existing business but it's not yet registered with CAC. The MES, that's the micro enterprise startup. That's for people who have gone through training and are just about to start up. They just need money to buy equipment to start up.
All right then. Oh, well, the program is Accelerate Lagos here on Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. And I'm sure someone is listening out there. And of course, you are really interested in this conversation just because it gives you all the opportunity to have access to that thing you've been looking forward to grow your business in Lagos. Yes, you can put a call through to be a part of the conversation this morning on 0809-9120-777 or 0915-387-7127. Put a call through now, throw your question at us, and of course, Olakwaju will be more than willing to respond to your question. Now, can you walk us through the eligibility criteria for applying for these loans, and what are the key requirements that applicants need to meet?
So first of all, you must have your LASTRA. You must be registered to show evidence that you live in Lagos State. You must also pay tax. So in the case of the SME and ME, we'll take your tax receipt as evidence that you have paid the current year tax. But for MES, because you are just starting up, you just need to register, have a tax ID that shows that you are willing to pay once the business kicks up properly. For SME, small and medium scale enterprise, you need to have your business registered. So you have to show a CAC certificate that is at least over a year old. For the ME, you don't need to have CAC certificate. You need to provide 6 months recent bank statement to show that you run your business and there's enough inflow and outflow. You need to provide government issued ID card That's all you need at the application stage.
Okay. Now, you talked about inflow and outflow of cash money transaction on your business account. How about those who deal more with cash?
Now you must have some form of records that you keep to show that you do more in cash.
Okay.
So if we require during the loan assessment process further evidence to show, or request for you to show, to give us maybe like a cash flow or a cash breakdown or a records that shows how much you put into your business. And how much.
Amazing. All right then. So, what type of documentation are required for loan application process, and how can applicants ensure they have everything in order?
So everything that I mentioned earlier are the documentation that you need to apply for the loan. However, during the course of assessment and everything, there may be other things that we need to require to make a
Other
decision.
things like what?
So, for example, if your loan is granted, you need to provide a guarantor that also has a LASHA, and a guarantor that is also willing to drop their BVN number. So those are the other, but that's at the stage where you've been granted the loan. It's not at the application stage.
Okay, so basically, it's beyond your thought. I mean, you might want to be a part of this conversation because it's not like, oh, but they said it's something that will be easy or anything of that nature. You can put a call through now if you have any question that is bothering you. I mean, that particular clause, I am hearing for the first time in the last 4 years that we've been running this program, that in the process, perhaps at the point of your application being granted, or after it's being granted, you would have to provide a guarantor. But then we're humans, and that certainly is necessary because humans can fail because we're not God. And so you need a guarantor. Anywhere you go, that certainly will be a thing will be a thing for you. But then one good thing is that for the LSCTF loan, it is a single digit loan. And another amazing thing about this loan that will interest you is the fact that you can easily spread it over for about 18 months maximum, I guess.
24 months maximum, depending on the loan category.
24 months, depending on the category. What's the least? What's the least duration?
12 months.
12 months. So, for what amount are we going to be looking at if it's 12 months?
So if you are taking between 50 to 500,000,
okay,
12 months. If you are taking above 500,000, it's going to be between 18 and 24 months.
Okay,
yes.
Okay, amazing stuff there. And you see, it's that flexible. Okay, so you can key into this opportunity to grow your business. Times are hard, I understand perfectly, but then you also need somebody to hold your hand through the journey. And of course, LSCTF is here to do that for you. So let's talk about some of the common mistakes business owners make in their applications and how can they be avoided.
So some of the common mistakes are not being truthful when you are filling your application.
So people still do that.
So like there's a part of the application that requires that you state your monthly turnover. Some people are usually not truthful for the fear of maybe if I state it correctly, the tax I'll pay will be very high. So we get instant. So you have to be truthful.
Is the tax not enough to scare me?
No, really. You have to pay.
You think so? You think so?
You have to be truthful. Another common mistake is not filling your address properly.
Okay.
So you just say number 12 Olorunshogo Street. Where in Olorunshogo?
Where is Olorunshogo? Is it in Musha or is this in Ikorodu?
Ikorodu. So you have to be specific. Those are some of the because when we are doing our checks and the addresses are incomplete, it's a lot of work getting to find. Then also filling out phone numbers correctly.
Okay.
Double check that you wrote the code because you will receive calls from us. You have to be sure that you wrote the correct phone number. So these are some of the common mistakes.
All right then. So what benefits do entrepreneurs gain by choosing LSCTF for financial support?
The single-digit interest on
Just
our
that.
loans. Then we also do things like master classes and legal clinics, HR clinics, just to help you understand how to run your business better. For those who applied for ME, we walk them through on how to we do master class on how to register their business, financial advice, how to keep proper records, how to file tax. There are a lot of other benefits. Invite them to exhibit their wares at trade fairs. There are a lot of other benefits you get from being a beneficiary of the LSCTF.
LSCTF loan. All right, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Put a call through to share your thought. If you have any question, you can bring it on. Let's know what your concerns are. Have you approached LSCTF and you have a challenge? And of course, this is the time you can bring it on. Let's hear from you. What concerns you have. I will take a short breather. Certainly, when I return, the conversation continues.
Lagos stands as the largest city in Nigeria in terms of population. An issue in dire need for a structured plan is the need for increased youth employment. Through programs designed to drive innovation within the Lagos ecosystem, in line with this vision, the Lagos State Employment Trust Fund brings to you Accelerate Lagos, a 45-minute program aimed at creating awareness on entrepreneurship, access to finance, trainings, and business advocacy from the Lagos State government. So join us every Wednesday at 10:15 a.m. on Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM as we bring the best of resources and opportunities that will help you actualize your dream of becoming an entrepreneur in Lagos. Wednesdays, 10:15 a.m. Accelerate Lagos, creating opportunities for wealth creation in Lagos State.
This program is brought to you by the Lagos State Employment Trust Fund.
Lagos. The program is still Accelerate Lagos here on Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Of course, everything is about Lagos. Accelerate Lagos on Lagos Traffic Radio. And yes, we are that intentional about Lagos. All right, Olakwaju, let me share a story with you and why this kind of process, because sometimes it sounds really seamless when we talk about it on radio, but then sometimes it gets cumbersome for some set of people. Now, there is this story about someone who put in an application, and of course, in the process, after submitting her data, a couple of information, and then something happened in between that along the line. She didn't have access to the email she used in sending the details to LSCTF. And then, of course, you know, a problem that comes with having to forget password and all of that. And then you finally settle for opening another email account because you can't just deal with having to unlock a certain email account. Now, I tried to now continue with my procedure or application, as it were. And then I tried to do that. I put a call through to explain that, okay, this is what the problem is. I have never taken a loan from you. Of course, you can actually verify all of that from your record. But then there is this stumbling block about, the particular email address you used before is the same you have to revert back to. Why is it that difficult?
So if you've never taken a loan, if you've not accessed the loan, your email address can be updated. It just takes about 48 hours to get that done.
Okay.
If you've not accessed the loan, your email address can be updated. However, if you've accessed the loan, that may be a little bit challenging to do. But it's not like it's not something that cannot be done, but it's just a little bit much.
So aside from email address now, are there other things that can be rectified? Because to be honest, I know there are one or two persons who might have encountered these, and that certainly put them off about the whole process, and they're like, I don't think I want to do that anymore. I mean, even when you offer to rectify, but are there other things that can be rectified from your system, just perhaps if the person has never had access to your loan?
Yeah, so other things can be rectified, but email address is major because that's what you use to log in.
Yes.
To be able to continue your application. So as long as you have access to your dashboard, you can edit whatever information you want there.
You as a person or from your office?
So as a person, as long as you have access to your dashboard.
But if you do not have details of that email address that you used in opening it.
So the email address can be updated. Then the new email address will still take you to whatever you had initially filled on your dashboard.
Amazing. Thank you so much. So let's talk about how does LSCTF provide support beyond financial support? Are there additional benefits available to loan applicants?
Yes, I mentioned that earlier when I talked about the master class, the legal clinic and HR clinic. We're having the master class today on taxation in, say, like about 30 minutes. So you can join us on all our social media. I think it will be streamed live. So there are other benefits like that. You have access to exhibiting your wares at trade fair. Selected. It will help people to know how to go about registering their business so they can come back to get higher amount of loan. Okay, so share with us your experience with loan applicants so far. What has the journey been like in the previous years? And of course, this new year, it's been a whole lot of, I don't want to call it, it's been challenging, so to say. But walk us through your shoes. So my experience in the years is that, first of all, when you apply for loan or you apply for anything, you have to always check if you have a feedback or if there is anything that you are required to do to complete your application. So what most loan applicants do is to just apply and move on and just wait for the day that they get a call to say your loan has been granted. But during assessment when we are working on it, we may require additional documents to help us make decision. And we send you an email, and then you're not checking the email for months. Like, this is practical example. So people don't check for 6 months, and they just walk in one day to see.
Does that disqualify you from having access to?
So there's a time frame for when you have to check and respond to us. If not, the loan is just declined. So my simple advice is just always check your email or visit any of our local government offices to ask them for feedback, or call our customer care number to request for feedback. Another important information, always make sure you know what your loan ID is when you are requesting for this feedback, or the phone number that you used in applying.
Okay.
So if you reach out to us with those two data, it's very easy for us to just check with either your loan ID or the phone number you used to apply, not the other phone number that you have, the one that you filled out during application.
That's just a very ideal thing to actually do in the real sense of it, because even if you try, it's the phone number that you put somewhere that it will use to contact you, and you have to do the same when you have to contact them. You use a number. It's just like you calling someone with a strange number. What do you expect? Is either the person doesn't pick, or the person calls and responds in a manner that you would not really appreciate. All right, so what advice would you give to entrepreneurs who might be questioning the validity of the loan program?
So we have like testimonials on our website from real people who have accessed the loan. So if you are in doubt or you are questioning the process, you can just visit our website and check. Those are real people who have actually accessed the loan.
All right, then, 15 more minutes before, 10 more minutes, I beg your pardon, before the end of the show this morning. You still have the opportunity to call in, but very quickly, let's take a look at one or two traffic reports before I take your call. If you're not able to reach us via telephone call, you can please send an SMS or a message to our WhatsApp platform. Please, if you have to forward any message to us, do so in a text, not a voice note. In a text, not a voice note. If you send a voice note, there is no way I can access a voice note here. Okay, so please, if you have to send any message, ensure that you do so in a text. All right, within Alausa, it's a very good one on Mobolaji Johnson Avenue, the Secretariat, the stretch of Dr. Nordino Local connecting Otedala underneath the bridge is very good sites, alternation. It's also good on Obafemi Awolowo Way from Barracks, Coca-Cola, Radio, and Island. Likewise, Balogun and Olugu. Proceeding to Ikeja underneath the bridges where you have a busy movement, and this is occasioned by diversion and closure of Kodesa Bridge. Adeni Johnson and out is very good. Latif Jakonde from Wemco, Acme, Agidingbi, Cadbury, and Mobile. You have it moving as expected. Please note that there is fuel queue emanating from NNPC and Total Filling Station of Balaji Johnson Avenue, Abafemi Awolowo Road, but no cause for alarm. That's Abafemi Awolowo Way, I beg your pardon, no cause for alarm. And of course, there is no record of breakdown within that zone. And let me also tell you that the earlier reported overnight impediment, loaded truck before cement bus stop inward Ilezik has finally been taken off the road and normalcy has been restored to that particular area. So for those of you heading towards that direction, you have nothing to worry about. So this is for all motorists. Always, be on a lookout for an oncoming vehicle if you have to dash out of a lay-by. Okay, wherever you find yourself, use your mirrors. Okay, your left and right mirrors, the inner mirror. Ensure you use it always and use it properly. Okay, just for you to be safe, of course. Yes, God protect us, but at the same time, you have to be on a lookout when you are on the road. All right, okay. This quick one coming in from McBay End. It's slow from northwest tailback to tailback is good due to fear. Okay, it's slow. Okay, from northwest due to fear queue. Underneath the bridge on Route Brahma, Desoya, Sky Mall is still good, but you have a slow-moving traffic from Sky Mall to Gidon due to ongoing construction work coupled with counterflow. Gidon to Total is good, while Total to ShopRite is slow, but moving. ShopRite down to Rain Oil, Awuyaya is a very good one. Awuyaya to Eleko is equally good. Return journey from the T-junction to Eleko Bugija, Awuyaya, Majek, ShopRite, you have nothing to worry about. ShopRite to Total is slow due to ongoing construction work and counterflow, while Total to Ogidon is good. Ogidon to Sky Mall is slow due to ongoing construction there. Counterflow is also going on. No record of breakdown within that area. Okay, so it is the home stretch for us on Accelerate Lagos this morning. Can you share any success stories of businesses that have thrived as a result of the LSTF loan program?
Okay, so we have businesses that have thrived. We have testimonials on our Instagram page, on our Facebook page, on our website. We have people who have accessed the loan and it has helped them to keep their business running.
Okay, so finally, how can interested individuals learn more and get started with their loan application process today?
So we have offices in 20 original local governments in Lagos State and 6 LCDAs. So you can visit any of it. Just say that you want to visit the LSCTF office or the loan office, as we're popularly known in the local government. We have officers there that will push you through, list out the requirements, help with your applications for you.
All right then. Thank you so much, Olakweju. And let's quickly take this call. I have a call coming in from an official. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Hello.
Hello, good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Traffic manager Adeshagun Adenusi.
All right, Adeshagun.
Yes, I just want to quickly update you about the traffic situation along Mobolaji Bank Anthony.
Okay.
The high intensity of vehicles movement towards Mobolaji Bank Anthony is on the high side.
Okay.
The cause is the total filling station and the northwest filling station. But we have tried as much as possible to streamline them to one lane.
Okay.
Thereby creating upward movement, upward journey towards Ikeja.
Okay.
And I'm told that the backlog is at 5 days or thereabout.
Wow.
So just help us to persuade the motorists that in no time, the movement is getting better.
Okay. Okay.
We are not relenting our effort at all.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much.
The stretch of the total filling station now has joined the one at Northwest. So we're having a gradual, slow movement.
So where did you say the backlog is?
The backlog, for what I gathered, is
Yes.
at Fadi on the Kogi Road.
Fadi, that's a long
Yes.
stretch.
It's
Okay.
a long stretch.
Okay.
It's a long stretch.
Okay. Thank you so much, Adeshagun.
You're
Thank
welcome. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, that was a prompt one, and I bet you a lot of people don't even know this. So all the way from Friday down to Maryland, it is a very busy one this morning, owing to field queue emanating from Northwest Filling Station on Balaji Bank Anthony Way. Okay, let's see how we can advise you to navigate. Let's see. Okay, so since Ikorodu Road is the only alternative for you to pull out of the island this morning, I would suggest, for those of you who know your way around Unikban End, you can use that area to connect Lady Luck, Bariga End, best start at Bagada, and then continue your journey to link Kawosh in Wadifako Ogudu. If you're going towards Ikorodu Road, you can still connect back to Ogudu. You can still connect back to Ikorodu Road by using Ogudu to connect Ojota. Of course, it's a longer journey. I'm not so I am so sure you can use Shomolu area to connect Lady Luck, and then you head to Bariga. From Bariga, you can connect Bagada by what's the name of his hospital again? Okay, now I can't figure it out now. But from Bariga End, you can connect New Garage. From New Garage, you head to Aujalad. Yes, from Aujalad End, you can burst out to the express there, connect the Bagada Bridge, or is it Kawash now? Yes, Kawash. Descend inward Ifako. From Ifako, you can connect to Ogudu. It's either you connect to Ogudu to link Ogudu proper and head towards Ojota, or you just go on that same stretch all the way down. But then you need to also know there is an NNPC filling station after Ogudu, so you might have to contend with that build up also. So to avoid that, just use Ogudu to connect Ojota. But then that way you would have been able to boycott the build up all the way from Fadi as soon as you're able to manage yourself all the way down to Unikpan axis. And let me also see how best I can help you further. If you're around Anthony, of course, you know your way around Anthony, and you can use Anthony also to connect Magada or Shuki. Let's quickly wrap it up on the program this morning. I was going to ask you one more question, but then we're fast running out of time. So basically, what would be your advice to our listeners out there this morning?
So my advice is that at LSCTF we are committed to creating an enabling environment for entrepreneurs and job opportunities for Lagos residents to create wealth. So I would just advise walk into any of our offices and request for the process. Please, the loan is there for you to access. We need you to come and apply. It is there for you to access.
Okay, so I'm sure we get more time to talk more about this loan because I've got more questions to ask you. And yes, this is how we wrap it up on the program at Accelerate Lagos this Wednesday morning. It's been a wonderful time on the program, and I must say a very big thank you to Olakpeju Bello. She is a micro enterprise officer at LSCTF. Thank you so much for coming on the program this morning.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Okay, my pleasure. Let me also say a very big thank you to John Affair, Okpemi Shodonke, and the entire crew at the social media unit. Also, massive thanks to Victor Terry. Our executive producer is Taiwo Baruwa. I remain Taiwo Baruwa. Stay safe out there and drive carefully.